Good morning everyone, that Random Matt here, and welcome to the final cross-country race of the season, finally. Not a fan. We are at Henley-On-Thames today, right in the southeast corner of Oxfordshire, he says, with his fantastic geography knowledge. Yeah, final race of the season. I've got an outside chance of finishing third senior man, and third overall in the series, so gonna have to, race how I raced at Bourton, as in, quite well. Weather again, quite similar to Bourton last week. Let's see if we can get a decent shot. There we go. That is definitely foggy this time. And also currently about -1 to 0 degrees, but going up to about 4 or 5 once we start. So, yeah, about similar to Bourton, except it's in a field in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, that is pretty much... There's no specific target for today, just run hard and hope that that is enough to get the score, get the position I need. I'll put the scores here, just to show how close it is. So, yeah, let's crack on right into the drive there. Right, morning everyone, here we are on the warm-up. And as you can tell, a bit out of breath already, doing a large outer lap, a full lap for the seniors, and starting up the hill that we go down to finish, and then straight into like the big climb into the woods. And yeah, it's a long way up, and it was slippy as well, so my pace was like 12, maybe 13 minute miling. Oh god, and there's nowhere to actually... Oh! I mean, it's certainly a day for spikes. There's a lot of standing water up here, up at the top. I've got the trails on and I am all over the place, very similar to horse class. So for that reason I think I'm going to make the early decision not to wear the camera on the hat, especially as I said, with the potential of getting the prize today. I think I'll just leave it. Let Ches do the recording. How was I? It's a very similar course to Horsepath in that there's a nasty up, and I've not actually had much chance to talk because there's not actually that much flat. I mean, even the downhill, obviously I don't want to drop this whilst trying to film, so yeah, I mean a nasty one today. I've only got 6 mils. I could be having a repeat of Siren here. I didn't realise quite how bad it was going to be, especially for people going over it before us in their races. So, well, we're here now. Just have to see how it goes. Oh. I mean, I might as well make excuses now. I'm just so physically and mentally drained from work yesterday. If anything that could go wrong did go wrong, sort of day. And apparently the guy who's only been there for 3 weeks has to be the one to sort it out, but not to worry. I guess the faster I run, the quicker it'll be over, so I'll just go with that. And it's the last time I have to wear these horrid spikes. I mean, this is a reminder to future me, get 9.5 spikes, size 9.5 spikes next season, because, well, if I get Nike, which I probably will, because the 9s are very, very tight, so best off not taking that risk again. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's silly today. I've caught that even half decently. That is the downhill to the finish. Well, I'll see if I can put it in the background. That's where I've just come from. Somewhere up there. Oh dear. Absolute mess. Absolutely, I'm boiling already. I'm glad I didn't take my hat with me. Hey?
You should be doing that when you're running. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm knackered. Oh.
You've only had a look round.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
man. It is, yeah, it's draining out there. It's definitely spikes.
Spikes, yeah, definitely.
One thing I do need to remember to say is, because Henley's the last one, it's the, well, as previous years have shown, it is the worst attended, so there's certainly a higher chance that I'll get a better place. I mean, I actually finished third in last year. I mean, I just had a storming run, potentially because within the first corner I got tripped over. If I can find it, I'll stick it here. But yeah, that just gave me the adrenaline boost I needed. But then I had a really good run. Wasn't enough to get me a position that year, but like in the overall. But yeah, hopefully I can do something similar today. One other slightly annoying thing, if you can't quite tell, is that the sun is very much out. Not only has that made it quite warm once you get going, just made it a bit of a quandary for the old shades, because in the woods up the top it is quite dark. I mean, to be fair, there's hardly any clouds, as you can probably see behind me. Hardly any clouds, so certainly as opposed to this morning, it was terribly foggy. But yeah, I think it's going to be shades on, and then just flick them up as they are now for the under the forest bits.
Smile, gents. Yeah.
I think one of us was completely gapped the other one.
Oh yeah. There's a,
I don't know which way it will be, but one of us still completely gapped the other.
I reckon Dark Horse Luke's gonna do it. Yeah, I reckon Dark.
You want to reassess?
I'm still going to line up that way though. Let's fucking do it.
I mean, as long as you get out, you can't wait to get over there.
Enjoy. Swindon, you will go on our first whistle. Everyone else, you will go on the second.
excuse me, here we go. Cool down. It's actually a little bit windy down here somehow. Actually on a bit of the course, but that's where we are now. And this is where we used to come down. So I'm not sure if I did it once or twice, but it was before they equalled the distances for the men and the women. We came all the way out here and ran obviously the opposite direction, that way, and that was 2 laps. So we went a bit further in the woods. Obviously, if you watch Chez's full video, where we turn at L, we used to carry on even further into the woods and then came out down here. Anyway, enough rambling about what we used to do. 3rd place, happy with that. Same position as last year and behind the same 2 people as last year, although those 2 were the other way round. 3rd place to Matthew, beating I think it's Simon Byrne at the front. Yeah, had a great race with, I was just chatting to him afterwards, great race with Duncan. We both said to each other how good we felt on the second big climb. Sort of really wasn't expecting to feel quite so good. Yeah, Simon, who was in second, he was slowing down a bit, so it was kind of like, oh, should we have a go chasing him? But I thought, no, better off not overburning out, just like trying to think about Bolton from last week, how fast that first mile was. So it's like, right, just don't burn out, take it, obviously still racing, but don't overdo it on the climb, and then try and take him on the next downhill. And yeah, I let him go on one of the downs. It was a bit of a steeper one, but when it was more of the rolling down, I took him. It hit 4 miles on my watch. I mean, total distance is, I think it was 4.3, and I was like, right, that's 400 or 500 metres to go. Put the climbers down and hope he doesn't catch me, because Duncan's quick on the track. So I was waiting for him to take me on the last down, because I mean, obviously I hope I got a good shot of it. That last downhill is very meaty, it's very steep. I think when I did it 2 years ago, I nearly ended up falling over, which as I actually know I have a tendency to do at cross country. Yeah, it was just one of those, you get a feeling if you're like falling, you keep falling forward but you don't actually fall over. It was like that for a good like 50 metres, and I somehow managed to like engage the core to stop myself from falling over. Anyway, that was 3 years ago, give or take. I think that was the first time we ran the distance equalised course. But yeah, anyway, 3rd, happy, same condition as last year, as I said. So I'm not gonna beat Matthew over cross country anytime soon. It's just he's just better at it than I am. Simple as that. I'm not too sure where we are overall. Excuse me. As I said in the intro, it is very close. I might put them up again here, and just to remind myself and you. Yeah, it is very, very close. Because I think Duncan getting in between me and the person in 5th might be enough for me to get 3rd in the series. But so they are doing. I mean, they've fair play to the volunteers and the score handlers. They've got to try and get it all sorted today. I mean, it's a much more streamlined system this season than it was in the past, and they in the past they've got things wrong and people have got annoyed, and one year after they got like 3 things wrong in a row, they just scrapped it and told everyone to go home, which, I mean, there's only so much you can do as a volunteer especially when you're trying to get numbers into a system like what was at the time an outdated system. But yeah, hopefully hopefully the next shot of me you'll see is me picking up a prize. But if not, it'll probably be the drive home. But we'll find out very soon. Oh well, at the very least, the sun, as you can tell, has stayed out. Absolutely wonderful finish in terms of weather to the cross-country season. It's what we like. I'm not sure if anyone really likes running in the rain. Not racing anyway, but it's just nice to not have to, well, I can go for a cool down and not worry about having to go and dry off, really. I think it only rained once this season, as far as I can remember. I'll have a look back on the other vlogs maybe, and we'll find out, or I'll ask someone. Anyway, either way, absolutely glorious day. And as I said, hopefully we're on to the presentations now. Right, back in the homestead. It is now Monday. Obviously, as per usual, spending most of Sunday afternoon editing Park Run. So now Monday, filming the outro from, there we go, Sunday. And here it is. Yes, obviously it's reverse, but I'm sure you can probably read that in reverse. Oxfordshire Cross Country League, 3rd Senior Man, 23-24. Yeah, can't, let me just put that down. Can't really complain, yeah. Been a pretty decent season. Didn't obviously have had its ups and downs. We'll go with that as the pun, literally and figuratively. Yeah, had good runs despite the fall at Cirencester, at our home one at Gloucester, our home one, even though it's like almost the furthest away, at Gloucester Farm Park, and at Henley, all good runs. The first one at Cornbury Park, I had just done Abingdon, so I wasn't too displeased with the result considering. And then Horsepath, I just generally tend to have a bad run there. I get maybe the county championship sort of mindset gets in my head. Anyway, 3rd place, potentially something to work on next year. We'll see. As I said, cross country's I'm not terribly bothered, but you know, it's good to add trophies to the cabinet. Of course, better give a big thanks to Ches for the clips that obviously you've already seen, and all the volunteers, Mr. Weimer in particular for taking the reins as the league manager, I believe is his official title, and all the new volunteers that have stepped in, and of course all the current volunteers that have been doing it for multiple years, the Goulds that manage the entries and the on the day entries, lost numbers, etc. People that have calculated results, the timers, the marshals. You all know who you are. You've all been there. You've all done it. You've stood out, you know, for the most part, in the decent weather. Maybe once in the rain. But yes, thank you all for giving up your time for to put on a race for a lot of people. And that should just about do it for the cross-country season. If you did enjoy, please do like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until the next one, trust the process. Bye.